eventually get the, get what's coming to him for treason. But
Right. Enough of that. So we're going to continue this board meeting, but I never looked into Ozzy's background at all until yesterday, and it turns out he has worked on the TriMet capital projects since 2011, providing professional design services through his role at CH2M. They dropped the Hill, but it was Hill. So there's your Ozzy. Now I get it. Yes, yes. He's indirectly employed by TriMet, or he was. Hence, that's why he's now president of the board. I never looked into him. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. These are all insiders. Okay, none of these people were. Yes, she worked for Blumenauer, so I mean they're all insiders. None of these people are on your side. They never were on your side. They never will be on your side. You've already seen right in front of your face that they don't care about the poor because they just jacked up the fares, which the most unethical thing they could do. And they had no remorse about it. As a matter of fact, Ozzy made a joke out of it all. So we know who he is. I really wasn't quite that. I really wasn't quite aware how involved he was with TriMet until yesterday. And so that's why he's now the chairman. And yeah, so let's continue. It's time for the useless general manager report. This is nothing but a clown show. I know that the few people that watch this with me know that. But I like to know what's going on because I enjoy the clown show. I enjoy the facade. I can't watch Biden. I can't watch Trump. I can't watch politicians because I'm not interested in their clown show. But the TriMet clown show, for some reason, I'm interested. I don't really know why. TriMet just got under my skin, and I haven't been able to get it out of my skin, even though I haven't been working there, well over a decade now. I'm still fascinated by the place.
Monthly report. General Manager Dessou.
Morning, Presiding Officer Gonzalez, members of the board, the public, TriMet staff. Good morning to all of you, and thank you all for being here today. First, I would like to say again to welcome our new board members. And
I do like his name tag. I keep telling you that, but I do. I like the word that. It's kind of a humble. He's trying to be humble. I appreciate that.
And Director Frisbee, thank you and welcome. And also Director Kellogg, who's in the audience. Welcome, sir, and really appreciate you joining us as well. Director Kellogg will join us for our July board meeting. I want to start off that I speak for the entire team at TriMet and sharing our appreciation for your willingness as a board to volunteer your time, really helping us to be a value to this region here. So welcome, and also thank you, board members, as well. This morning, I'll share very timely information with you. One, I'm going to share a special presentation on the 2023 current state of TriMet. I will update you on our May ridership numbers. I will tell you about an award for TriMet safety and security efforts.
Oh, yeah. You're going to tell they got an award for safety. And I just put up on my Twitter and on my blog the robbery and all the other things that are going on Max. So they have a whole army of people, but they're pretty ineffective from what I can see. And they travel around in big packs. It's just very poor utilization of staff.
Which will get you excited. And also I'll introduce you to our 2023 Operators of the Year.
Oh.
So,
Oh, that might be fun. I always enjoy the operators.
So let's start this morning. We are just days away from the start of our new fiscal year 2024, and it's really time for TriMet to look forward, and it's time for us to reflect as well. So this morning I'll begin with my report with a special presentation on the current state and how we've reached this point that we are at today, where we're heading and how we plan on getting there. So let's go to the video that we've prepared on the current state.
How cool. Look, it's Sam DeSue Jr. See, how can you not enjoy this? It's fun in its own way if you're into this shit.
We at TriMet are optimistic and hopeful for the future.
Is that it? That's him. That's him narrating this.
As life fully resurfaces after the pandemic.
Scamdemic. Get that straight. There was no pandemic. It was a scamdemic.
More riders are returning to TriMet. As our ridership continues to trend up, we're implementing the first major redesign of our bus service and agency history while taking intentional actions to help our environment and this place we call home. TriMet, more than ever, is not just serving our community. We are part of the life of our community.
Oh, you are, huh?
We're lending our hand to state and local leaders who are addressing...
Looks they got the tents in the picture. Yeah, there's the tents. There's your Portland, folks, right there.
...the challenges in our society. We're helping clean up our cities, connecting people in need with services, improving a high...
We don't hear much about connecting with services part.
...crash corridor, assisting people in reaching life goals, creating affordable housing opportunities.
Look at those lovely apartments. You can live there too. I'll take my house, thank you.
Celebrating our region's diversity and providing transit service that is safe, reliable, and necessary.
Well, that's a fucking lie. It's not safe, it's not reliable. It is necessary. It's not safe, it's not reliable. Nothing is safe, though. The whole country is unsafe. So I'll cut them slack there.
TriMet has traveled a long way in the past year. Our Division Transit project achieved records in work by disadvantaged businesses while breathing new life into Division Street.
Has it?
It made the way for the launch of our new TriMet FX Frequent Express bus service with transit priority signals and lanes that has led to an increase in riders along the thoroughfare.
Has it?
More people are finding a new path in life at the wheel of our buses as we work our way out of an historic operator shortage.
Which they created on purpose. I'm totally convinced they let it happen. They saved $60 million by allowing that operator shortage. Just remember that. Nobody else will tell you about it. I'm it.
We've more than doubled the number of non-police security staff on our system, and we're dedicating more people and time to cleaning our vehicles and platforms as we improve the customer experience.
Yeah, sure.
We've engaged people from diverse backgrounds to celebrate the customs and cultures that make our corner of the world so vibrant. We're on solid financial footing with the approval of the first increase to TriMet's...
Yeah, that had nothing... That's a bald-faced lie. The fare increase has nothing to do with their financial stability. That's a bald-faced lie. This is the first bald-faced lie in this presentation. And all that did was hurt the poor people. And you should be ashamed of yourself, board, for capitulating to the banks. Only Kathy Way had the courage to stand up against it.
Base fare.
Oh, shit. Oh no. That was I do. What no. I'm sorry. What the hell did I do?
For his monthly report, General Manager Dessou.
Sorry. Come on. Okay.
Assisting people in reaching Lightly and more people enjoying a one-seat ride to and from PDX. We're adding back more service as we move closer to pre-pandemic service levels, and our Forward Together plan, developed with the community, will give...
No, it was not. Bald-faced lie number 2. It was not developed with the community. It was developed by the technocrats and Jarrett Walker. They might have made a tweak or two, but the plan was never developed with the community.
Give more people more access to transit. In the coming years, it will bring bus service closer to 50,000 more people and weekend service closer to 100,000 more.
Yeah, in the coming years. Who knows when that's going to be? In the coming years.
50% more people and jobs will be located near frequent service, with buses coming every 15 minutes or more often.
Frequent service is 10 minutes or less.
And people will be able to reach 45% more jobs by bus.
I don't know how they come up with this. You know, I'm not sure. They've never disclosed how they came up with this figure.
Bus, with new routes planned in each of the 3 counties TriMet serves. New MAX trains will start moving our riders in the coming months as we begin saying goodbye to our oldest trains, both new and old, powered by renewable energy. While our diesel buses are running on renewable diesel for dramatically cleaner emissions today, we'll be bringing in more electric buses in the year ahead as we advance toward a goal of a zero.
And all those electric buses have batteries that need elements that are from Africa, and they use slave labor to get those raw materials. Just so you know, just pointing it out. Not being Mr. Negative, just pointing out the truth.
Emissions bus fleet by 2040. We're continuing to move forward on ways to improve safety on our system as we look to prevent misuse and provide more amenities to make riding easier and better. That includes adding more staff to clean vehicles during the day and putting in more shelters.
They don't clean buses during the day, okay?
And real-time arrival displays to track your bus or train. In the coming year, we'll begin adding floors to the Southeast Park Avenue.
Yeah, the orange line is seriously underperforming, but here they go, building more parking spots. Just what they needed. It's a capital project, which means some contractor gets rich. They take your tax money, they funnel it through the capital projects department, and it ends up in the pockets of the local elites.
New park and ride. It's work that had been deferred during the Max Orange Line project, but a move that sets up for the future. Yes, as we work to increase ridership to 120 million trips a year.
Why don't you tell us how many people are using your system? It's like less than 10% of the population. That's why they never tell you how many people. They always stick to trips, which is a very deceiving number.
By 2030. It's a lofty goal, but one that is possible due to the skilled and determined people of TriMet who show up every day to move our customers, getting them where they need.
They're riders, they're not customers. Customers implies a choice. That is total propaganda to try to make them sound like they're some kind of a business enterprise. You have no competition. They're your riders. And you treat them like dirt, in case you haven't noticed.
Need and want to go.
Oh, did you just see that? He showed her a pass. He didn't tap. He showed her a pass. Like they used to do when things were rational.
It's possible thanks to the passionate people who advocate for transit in our region and the dedicated customers who understand the value of a shared ride to the environment and to their lives. TRIMET, we are how life moves.
It's such ridiculous. How we get there matters was so much more accurate. How life moves? No, sorry, you're not how life moves. Sorry, I don't know who came up with that, but it's dumb.
Today and into the future.
Sam actually narrated that himself, and he did it without stumbling. I wonder how many takes it took.
I just want to say that that's my why I work here at TRIMET.
Oh yeah.
Is what you...
No, it's not the money, right? It's not the 350 grand, $1,000 a day. That's not why you work there. It's that video. That's why you work there, right?
You've seen here in our future. So in the coming years, I'll be sharing with you more about that roadmap as we plan for the future, not only for TRIMET, but for this amazing community that we love and we call home. So we're calling it Vision 2030.
How can you not love watching this nonsense? Oh, God, so...
With you to sit down and really talk with you about that.
Vision 2030, did you hear that? He just said Vision 2030, Agenda 2030. See these little cues you pick up here? He's marching in lockstep with the New World Order. And I've known this for a long time now, that TRIMET is marching in step with the New World. Not only are they marching in step, but they've actually been the leader in implementing a lot of the New World Order agenda, such as the tracking system, which they call fair capping and fair tapping, the transit-oriented development, which is when it was referred to in Agenda 21, pack and stack, pack them into the trains, and then you stack them into the boxes, which they call housing. And you make them dependent on government transportation so they don't have cars.
It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of determination, and a lot of heart. But as I said at the start of the video here, is that we are optimistic and hopeful for our future. So I would like to transition now and move over to our ridership for the month of May. So we've provided just over 5,281,000 rides in May, reflecting a nearly 16% increase in riders over May of 2022. And we are looking forward to increasing service and giving more people a reason to ride later this summer and this year as we roll out our Forward Together plan. And we are starting that this summer here to roll it out. Also wanted to talk to you about that special national award that we were recognized for in Pittsburgh by the American Public Transportation Association, and it's known as APTA, another acronym. They honored TRIMET with 2 gold awards. The first award was recognized on efforts. We as an agency and our security division, we've made steps to develop and adopt proactive safety and security programs and projects. And TRIMET is one of 9 agencies in the United States to be honored this gold award in 2023. Each nomination was evaluated and based on effectiveness, benefit, innovation, and transferability to other transit agencies. So let's talk about the transferability is a big one, as TRIMET's award-winning innovations and efforts were acknowledged as industry-leading tools that our peers may look to emulate in the future.
Yeah, right.
We were honored with the APTA's Rail Security Gold Award.
Which is fucking hilarious, given the lack of security. They've got these gangs running around, but I consider them very ineffective, given by all the incidents I hear. And I mean, I listen to the operation, so I am a legitimate source.
For our reimagined safety program, security program.
And APTA, by the way, if you go look at the TRIMET checkbook, you'll see that TRIMET pays them shitloads of money. Okay? It's not like there's some objective organization. that they're a trade organization. Their purpose is to give out awards to their members.
This program has roots in our agency with Reimagining Public Safety and Security, our transit initiative that was first launched in 2020. So our Reimagining Security program allows for a community engagement first approach with a diversified and expanded security team. And among them are our customer safety supervisors, our contract security officers, and our safety response teams. Our safety response teams is definitely that drawing of attention nationwide right now.
Yeah,
and other transit agencies are really calling us up and really talking with us about our safety response team, because the members on that team have lived experiences that connect people on or near our transit systems with social services. And since the start of 2022, we have more than doubled our non-police security presence. And that's among with our strong partnership with the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department as our law enforcement lead for transit police. The Sheriff Office has developed also a new violence reduction strategy that's taking criminals off the street and off our transit systems. So that reimagined security.
Yeah, the criminals. Yeah, we call them the disposed. You call them the criminals. Disgusting.
Program over the last year has led to a couple of things. One, a 14% drop in police service calls. Again, a 14% drop in calls for police service in 2022. And also, this is critical here, a 40% decline in incidents that's targeting our frontline employees. And if, as a general manager...
did you hear that? A 40% decline in incidents against frontline employees. I don't know about that. I'll have to ask PDX Scanner about that one.
That's that phone call I don't want to hear is one of our people being assaulted or attacked. So we've seen a 40% decline in incidents targeting our frontline personnel.
It's interesting.
The second gold award that we received came from our rail safety project, which is currently underway, and one that the Federal Transit Administration has identified as a safety research demonstration for the entire transit industry. The project is using cameras and video analytic data at rail-grade crossings to catalog human behavior and movement then comparing it with our infrastructure.
Hold on, here's a little news that just came in. The Supreme Court blocked Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Well, timber me shimbers. Send another $1 billion to Ukraine. When will people wake up that our government hates us, steals from us, and kills us? When will people wake up to this? Including them, these TRIMET here. They steal from you and they torture you. They throw you in the ditch. They disregard your public testimony. They don't care about you. Okay? They make up shit like what he's doing. We're number one in this and everybody loves us. It's just made up.
Operating environment and reported incident data at that location. So think about this. With that information there, our security and safety teams is creating a risk ranking tool to prioritize investments in rail-grade crossing safety improvements.
Yeah, yippee.
So the awards were presented at the rail conference in Pittsburgh, and I was really happy to be there and stand there with our Chief Operating Officer, Bonnie Todd, and also our Chief Safety Officer, Andrew Wilson, just as well as an array of our safety and security staff.
Oh, they all went to Pittsburgh. They had a great time in Pittsburgh, first-class hotels, first-class seats, I'm sure. They have a great time, these executive fucks.
Also wanted to say that our presiding officer, Ozzie Gonzalez, was there at the conference also to witness this on the national stage.
Atta boy, Ozzie. Atta boy. You've been a good company man for years. You're quite the man, Ozzy.
This is an honor that is shared with an outstanding team that extends far beyond the people that I just called out, far beyond the leaders who were able to be there in person.
The leaders who none of us people actually ever voted for, ever asked for. Your leaders are not our leaders, okay? We didn't ask for you. We didn't pick you. You just showed up. Handpicked by Dougie, who was handpicked by Neil, who was handpicked by Fred.
Some may be here today, but I want to just look out and thank the TRIMET team entirely for bringing these award-winning efforts together. And without your relentless focus and on safety and well-being
Sam, we got
of
it.
others.
Now move along.
Thank you all on the team, and thank you, board, for your cooperation as well here. Finally this morning, which you've seen our two operators just kind of move up to the podium here, I'm going to introduce to you our 2023 Operators of the Year.
It's going to be.
We have two of the recipients here with us this morning. And board, I would love to just ask you to join me in congratulating Kit Freeman. Also, Kit is our Bus Operator of the Year. And
they both look so great, don't they? Jesus Christ. They look beat down to me. I mean, look at the bags under her eyes. She just looks, we're a thing. Jeez. They look like they've been working too hard. Oh, man.
Kit has been a bus driver for 4 years with TRIMET. She is a customer favorite, and her on-time performance out there is 94%. So think about driving a bus around town and having a 94% on-time performance. Also with us is Victoria Jeffrey, who is a mini-run bus operator of the year. Victoria joined...
Oh, she's smart. She stays out of the mini runners have the best job there because, you know, I did that for 15 years. It's the best job there, especially high seniority, because you get to have all the benefits of the full-timers, the pay, and all of that without the headaches. Okay, as I've always said, bus driving is a very good job in very small doses. It's not 10-hour shifts is not a small dose. A 7-hour shift is the top that I would ever be able to do. And they got rid of the 4-hour shifts. They had some 4 hours that I used to take that were great. I loved them. They got rid of them. They made them all 5 or 6 hours finally.
In TRIMET as a part-time bus operator nearly 15 years ago. She also is another.
That's how long I was there.
A customer favorite. She's had multiple months of perfect attendance, and the customers love her out there when she operates her vehicle. And then finally, who's not here with us is our rail operator of the year, John Kim. He isn't here, but he did join us at our star-studded Operator Choice Award ceremony last month. And I want to let you know, too, board, that our TRIMET Operators of the Year, they're selected by our peers, their peers. And the three of them, or the two that's here and John, they are among our best operators that operates out there. So
they both look tired, though, don't they?
Let's give them a big round of applause here.
I want a speech. I want to hear a speech from them. Speech!
So board, before I turn it over to you, Presiding Officer Gonzalez and the board, to make some comments here, I want to let you know that the bar is extremely high for these two operators. Very high standards in excellence, safety, performance, attendance, customer satisfaction. And I want you to think about being out there and constantly having people, helping people, reaching out. Our operators will do anything for the community. And community is that fabric that ties us together.
Some of them will do anything. Not all of them. A lot of them believe in the ditch.
What they do out there so proudly. So really appreciate that. We're grateful for your hard work that you've given us, and a dedication to our riders and our community. So, Kit and Victoria, thank you very much on that. So,
Thank you very much for that report, General Manager DeSue. And before I pass it along to questions, I'm just going to kick it off and extend the congratulations.
I want a speech. I don't want to hear your board. I want to hear the speech of the operators.
You are ambassadors for the agency. You are the front line. You are the face of TriMet so many times for so many people. And thank you so much. To be able to peel away and be recognized today is an opportunity for us to extend our gratitude for everything you do to represent us. So thank you very much and congratulations on this recognition. Let's see here. Now, I'd like to now open it up for questions or comments. Director Edwards.
Why don't they get a chance to speak?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I really want to applaud you as well. Going to work every day is sometimes enough, but having to deal with the public every day and the way that you've done it certainly speaks to who you are and who we want to be recognized as TriMet. So thank you very much for what you do, how you do it, and the fact that you keep on doing it and making us look good, because you are the face of TriMet every day. So again, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
To Kit and Victoria, thank you. And John, too. I'm sure he will hear and see this later. But I know you've raised your families, and as Director Keith said, you got up each morning, put the coffee on if you drink coffee, and you stood and faced.
Yes, you did a very good surf job. You did a job that none of us up here sitting on this podium could ever do.
Many obstacles in the turns and especially in the weather, as it was noted earlier, 116 degrees this time last year, but you were in those buses, you were driving, and you were representing the agency. Hugs, and more hugs.
Oy.
Shout out for being women, yes. Thank you again.
Oh, boy.
Wonderful. Director Frisbee.
Director Frisbee. Okay. Director Frisbee should shut up since she just got there this week. She doesn't leave her be.
Sorry, learning. Kit and Victoria, I just want to echo the words of my colleagues. Thank you so much for your work. It is deeply appreciated as someone who rides the bus very frequently.
Has cleavage.
The kind engagement of a bus operator and a driver can really make the whole experience feel really different. So I hope you know how appreciated it is for those of us out there. Kit, I have to ask, do you drive the FX2? Oh, you do not? Okay. I had a very kind experience with a bus driver recently who shares your beautiful blonde hair. So I was like, maybe. But so thank you both so much.
She's kind of cute.
If we have further questions about the General Manager's report, Presiding Officer Gonzalez, may we ask them now?
Yes.
Thank you. General Manager DeSue, thank you so much for the update. I'm particularly interested in the Forward Together projects that are moving forward in the upcoming months, and I'm wondering if there's a way for the board to get sort of consistent updates on the specific projects moving forward.
Oh, she's just jumping right in, aren't you there, Tyler Frisbee? I wonder if she plays Frisbee.
Forward, and as metrics are coming forward about ridership increases on those lines or delay improvements, I would love some way to be able to track that work and stay up to date on it. I so appreciate the work of the staff who put that together. I know it's been a long process, and one of the things that I think is particularly exciting is that it is phased, and we know when pieces are coming and what we expect to see from them, and it would be really helpful to track that.
Thanks, Director Frisbee. Let me first, I want to just thank our operators. That way I know you have other things or either joining us for the meeting. So thank you for being here.
Madam Frisbee, you should have let the operator congratulatory performance finish before you ask this question.
A big congratulations again.
What, they don't get to speak? What is this shit, man? At least give them the opportunity to say something. Even though I know they'll probably be shills. let them, why don't they give them an opportunity to say something?
So going to your point, I will make it a point at our next board meeting that we have our planning staff come and give a full presentation of all of the projects that's moving forward this summer. And as you continue to onboard, I will actually bring you and Director Kellogg in so that we can continue to meet the team and bring you up to speed on everything that's taken place. So that will take place as we move forward immediately.
Yeah. Shut up, Frisbee. Don't be asking questions yet.
And then the last thing I want to say, Presiding Officer Gonzalez, kind of 2
Why don't you just call him Mr. Chairman? Okay, like a normal person.
points. One is I want to just say that I did meet with the CAT committee, and we had our annual luncheon on accessible transportation. The committee was in attendance along with our TRIMET executives. The main part of the luncheon was geared toward celebrating all of the accomplishments for the year, and there were quite a large list that took place there. Also, I honored one of the members for leaving the committee, and I'm just really grateful for the work that occurred. But I had a couple of points I wanted to say, and thank you, Director Edwards, for yielding to me. I told them that they bring value to this region.
Yes.
Before the American with Disabilities Act, that people with disabilities face mountains of challenges, including excessive public transportation. And I told them, while there were so many challenges in our society, and there's always going to be work that we're going to be doing, that the CAT has been instrumental since it was started in 1985, breaking through the barriers in our little corner of the world here. So I really appreciated their work of bringing value and enhancing the lives of all of our riders and older adults and people that were living with disabilities. But I'll share with this as I close is that there were things that they were part of, signage and riding tools, and just recently wayfinding for riders who have visual impairments that was there. And also working with people who are not native English speakers. So really commended them for the work, Jan Campbell and the committee. So I just want to say with that ends my report.
All right.
Thank you very much, General Manager.
All right, I had enough of this shit. Jesus. Turn it off. See you later.